Hey YouTube, my newest guitar unboxing video. It is a, let's see, ChIbanez Jem style, all acrylic guitar including the neck. So I'm guessing it's gonna weigh a ton. Ooh, oh, what the heck? Ooh, the neck's broken. Actually, I knew it was broken, so this is gonna be a series of seeing I could actually fix a broken lexan or acrylic guitar. Well, otherwise, it's got gold, it's got Ibanez branded part, it's got DiMaggio pickup. I'm pretty sure it's fake. It's missing a strap lock. It even comes with a fret. It's got the arm. So in the event I fix this thing, I guess I still need to buy a lock, and I think I might have a black one. Anyways, here it is. So my next project. It does look like inlaid pearls. Curious. Okay, there you are. So the Crystal Gem 7V. It's a bit of a complex wiring scheme, of course, because the neck got disconnected. I needed to figure out how to get the wires as it got truncated, but hey, here we go. Okay, so let's see. The neck here is broken at 12, 15, 17, 18, 19th fret, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 19th fret, and also there is a crack here at the first fret. Let's see. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to figure out how to get the LEDs to light up. Obviously, there's wires running in the neck, but I got truncated there. So been playing around quite a bit. Let's see, get the wires down here. So here we go. Got it to light up. Not really sure if I should keep this on a long period of time, but anyways, that's what it is. So there are 3 wires coming out of the neck. It looks like, and there's also sort of bare naked rods, steel rods running through. So it looked like there was a 12-volt hot wire. So basically there's a, let's see, silver wire running on both sides with the LEDs crossing this thing, and it looks like the positive side actually went in the middle of the neck, right? Rather than having it connected from here all the way through, it looks like they had a second wire running here. Not really sure what. Been playing around with different configurations to try to figure it out, but basically I see that there's 3 wires on this side too, 2 naked, 1 shielded or insulated. So basically I took the 3 wires and connected it here. Obviously when I try to connect it, once I glue this thing together, there is no way I could have access or solder this wire. So basically what I'm doing here is there are 1, 2, 3 wires running here, I think, right? Yeah. So basically I am running all of those wires back here. So basically if there's a wire here, I'm putting another wire inside here, soldering on this side to bring it out here. So basically I'll be doing all the soldering and connecting all the disconnected wires here. over here. So the wires that connect here to here, basically I have quite a bit of slack here because I need to still figure out how to glue. There are kind of things protruding here and I have to figure out how it fits. But yeah, not really sure I'm going to be successful in doing this, because once I connect, and if the insulation or whatever becomes bad and it becomes disconnected, it's not gonna light up. Or what it does occasionally is for there, I think there's 2 dots here, and this third dot lights up. The rest of them doesn't when it's short circuited here. So I basically have to put in some shrink wrap on there, but I'm not really sure if it's going to hold. I probably should epoxy it in position or something like that. So it won't short circuit. But then once I do that, I have no way of recovery. So it's a damned if you do or damned if you don't kind of situation. Oops. Whoa. So one thing I've noticed is I didn't think I thought this was just on the first fret. There is a crack on the back of the neck right here. The truss rod is in there, so it hasn't come off. I could feel a little bit of step here, but let's see. Got the tuners off today, and I don't know if you could tell. If you press, definitely the gap opens up, so it's cracked all the way through. So I will have to put the acrylic cement in here too to see if I could stabilize it. And of course, like down here, I'll glue it together and then I'll put acrylic spline, 1/8 inch thick piece of acrylic running through the crack. Hopefully that'll be strong enough to support the weight of the string or the tension of the string. If not, I just have to go to a wooden neck and not worry about this acrylic neck. Okay. Okay, so here I'm gluing the neck back together. You see all the LEDs lining up with the battery. So basically I had to make 3 connections in here, and actually probably 6 connections in here, and bring all the 6, so 3 from here on this side and 3 from this side. And I basically had to bring all 6 wires out on this side so I could pull it taut when I get this thing connected, so I could solder everything on this end, because there's no way I could solder on this side. So what I'm doing is using Weld-On number 4 and Weld-On number 16 glues. Well, actually it's a weld, I guess, plastic crystal weld. So there was a crack here. It was a physical crack where if I put pressure on either side, basically you could see the crack open up. So what I did on that is basically with the Weld-On 4, this is water thin. So basically it uses capillary action in order to get in. So basically glued the main contact surface with the Weld-On 4 glue. And then I went, after that was dry, I went with 16, which is actually technically 4 is, I think, sort of like acetone, because it melts the plastic or melts the acrylic and bonds it together. And it's supposed to be stronger than original. And versus 16 is sort of a gap fill glue, right? So this does not melt the acrylic and it puts it together. So basically use the 4 to get a good seal, and then there's a little bit of step, crack, and all that kind of thing, which I filled with 6. So now I'm going to be approaching this crack. So this is completely cracked. This one actually had the truss rod going through, so it didn't come off. So now I've let's see, wired everything inside. So you saw the LED glow, and now I just have to hold this on tight together, and then use the capillary action of this thing to have the what's the terminology? The acetone? I don't know what it is. Get into the capillary so it'll melt the surface and then glue it together, or weld it together, they say. And of course, on top of that, there's a little bit of chip. So I'll be using the 16 to fill the gaps. Okay, so I did apply the Weld-On number 4 to these two pieces that were separated, and it kind of stuck, I think. Kind of scary to put in your force. Basically, I opted to use my hand because the surface, mating surface, was sort of not flat, right? So I kind of have to feel where it fit and then just press hard on it. And I think I basically hung on to it for about 15 minutes, pressing each other to make sure it mates correctly. It seems like it's touched. And on this one up here, initially the bond was kind of soft, but then it hardened over time, so I'm just gonna let this thing harden at this point. So basically I did pour as much of this as I can on the seams to expecting capillary effect going to here. And I will also put shims, or whatever you call it, to basically reinforce. Basically I'll be routing and then inserting a long piece of acrylic in here, probably 3 pieces of 1/8 inch acrylic to reinforce splint, I guess it's called, here and also in the neck area. So because the butt joint, I don't trust the butt joint. Here's a little follow-up. So the pieces of the neck, so the neck was basically completely broken here at the 19th fret, 20th fret, I think 20th fret. So you can see the crack going through here, but right now it's smooth. Basically I was able to glue it together, fill it, and then I also sanded this area to make it flat. So it does have a frosted look. I think I could polish it out. Anyways, the neck was completely broken here, and of course it was cracked here, so you still see the crack line here, but there's nothing to, no step or anything because it's been sanded down. I've been talking about the 3 wires going this way, 3 wires going this way, so just wanted to explain what that meant. So this is the neck and the LED dots, right? So there is a wire, a network of wire going through this, connecting all these LEDs. The bottom line is there's 3 connection that connects all the way here, which results in 2 wires coming out here, the white and the orange, right? The white and the orange, there's 2 wires, but there's 3 wires connection in here. So the thing is, okay, how do I solder this wire with this wire, this one with this one, this one, and this one? So basically what I did was I ran a wire, let's see if I could draw it this way, through this channel. There is a little bit of wiring channel, and I soldered it here, and I soldered another wire here, right? They have to be loose so they could I could push it through. Another solder here, and another wire here, another wire here, another wire here, basically running it through the channel, right? And I had to solder it outside. Once I glue this thing together and can pull the wires taut, I had to then solder it here. So you could see, I think, maybe, here you go. So here's the wire, and there is a channel here. So basically I brought both wires here, soldered it, and I super glued it into this channel. So this one has, I can't see, 1 set of wire. This one has 2 set of wire. You could see that I soldered a pair here and pair here so it doesn't connect. So basically that's what I'm talking about when I say, the 3 wires need to get connected. And having done that, let's see if I could get it done. Always tricky. And there you go. So now all the LEDs light up.